Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. And yes, I have my lighting and I have my fan. How you doing? I do hope you and yours in YouTube land are happy and healthy and safe and well. I wish those of you who celebrated Easter a happy belated Easter, and those of you who are celebrating Passover, may this be the most blessed Passover you have ever had, filled with clarity, illumination, wholeness, and peace. Right now the time is approximately 9:12 p.m. Eastern Time, and the date is Monday, April 10th, 2023. So the official title of this video is Coming Up Next. And I wanted to just talk a little bit about what's coming up next for yours truly, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch. So first, I will be back at Notions and Potions in beautiful Beacon, New York on Saturday, April 15th, 2023 from 1 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Sunday, April 16th, 2023 from 12 noon to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be available for in-person as well as phone, video, and email readings and energy healing treatments. I am very excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. I love being at Notions and Potions, and yeah. And then in May, I think in May I will be returning to. Actually, the other thing that I have going on in May is that I will be, actually Drake and I are going to be attending this. We are attending the 2023 Rainbow Book Fair. The last Rainbow Book Fair was on April of 2019. I was unavailable to attend. And of course, then COVID-19 hit, so, you know, it's been, the Rainbow Book Fair has been on hold for a while. The Rainbow Book Fair is probably one of, I think it's the only LGBTQIA+ book fair in the United States. And I am very much looking forward to the panel discussions and, of course, the shopping. There was actually an author of male-to-male romance novels that are more like the slow burn, who messaged me to say that he was going to be selling romance novels, and I happened to visit his Instagram, and I'm digging what I saw. So I'm very much looking forward to checking out his table, and I'm looking forward to bringing my book lovers bag with the rainbow flag lettering and the rainbow heart on the back of it. And I have another book lovers tote bag that I got from Bookhaven Books. Hello to Bookhaven Books. And of course, I might bring another bag just in case. So I'm very much looking forward to being back in Greenwich Village, because I don't remember the last time I was in Greenwich Village, or rather the Greenwich Village section of Manhattan. And then in May, great goddess willing, Drake and I shall return to New Hope, Pennsylvania. And yes, there will be another on-location video in New Hope. I'm going to see if I can do a different location in New Hope. Although, worst case scenario, I will happily do a video on one of the benches in front of the visitor center, because that worked very well the last time. Or I might stand in front of it for a change. We'll see what happens. June, I might be returning to Notions and Potions in beautiful Beacon, New York, and I might be a part of the Moon, Serpent, and Bone 5th Annual Summer Solstice Festival. I will admit, one of the reasons why I was drawn to be a part of this particular Moon, Serpent, and Bone market is because it's taking place at a winery. And, you know, I do love my wine, so it's strange, because it's one of the few occasions that I would actually drink an alcoholic beverage while conducting readings or energy healing treatments, because normally I wouldn't. Well, you know, and I know that Lisa Young Sutton, in her first book about Lenormand, recommends not consuming any alcohol doing any drugs or drinking anything with caffeine before conducting a reading. Now, of course, that caffeine nonsense, I don't ascribe to that, because you know, me and coffee, we have a very special relationship. Oh, I have a YouTube notification. Let me close that. July, I'm definitely going to be back at Notions and Potions. And then in August, Drake and I will be on hashtag Philadelphia Vacation 2023. There is a sci-fi convention that Drake went to last year, and he is looking forward to attending this year and making the experience even better than ever for him. And of course, I will be happily not attending because I'll be happily doing other things like shopping, lounging in the hotel room, going to the Reading Terminal Market, going to a few cafes, and yes, I'm going to happily return to Café Inés because it seems like that's the only place in Philadelphia that I can buy a cup of coffee after 5 p.m. You know, like a privately owned establishment. Because, you know, I mean, I can go to Starbucks, but I'd rather go to a small business while I'm in the city of brotherly love and good old Philly. So that's what's happening as far as August 2023 is concerned. And I am hoping that in September of 2023, I will have the opportunity to return once again to New Hope, Pennsylvania. Because to me, there's something especially magical about New Hope, Pennsylvania in autumn. I think autumn, being the season of the witch, just adds extra magic anytime, anywhere. But for me, especially New Hope. New Hope, Pennsylvania has always felt magical to me. And even though, you know, off the top of my head, there are 2 or 3, maybe 3 or 4 metaphysical stores in New Hope, Pennsylvania. That have that really juicy oomph, that juicy magical oomph. So with regards to September 2023, I will definitely be at Notions and Potions, and I will definitely be, great goddess willing, spending at least a day in New Hope, Pennsylvania. Oh, and I almost forgot. In August of 2023, I will also have the honor and pleasure of accompanying Drake, or rather Drake will have the honor and pleasure of accompanying yours truly, to FlameCon, the premier LGBTQIA+ Comic-Con. And I am very looking forward to this year's because, you know, it's FlameCon, and I'm always happy to attend FlameCon, and I'm always happy to support independent artists and authors and attend the panel discussions and all those other juicy goodies. And then in October, great goddess willing, I will be a part of, for the very first time, the Moon, Serpent, and Bone Samhain Festival. I did not go last year. I wasn't guided and led to go last year, but I was very happy to talk to one of my fellow readers who was there last year, and she was really happy about it. She was very happy with her participation. She also talked about the round tables, and you know, I personally, as a psychic reader, as a professional psychic reader, I've never had an issue with the shape of a table. I've never had, like, well, it must be square, or it must be rectangular, or it must be round. I've never had that thing. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about you in YouTube land who give readings either professionally or otherwise, where, you know, because some people can do it on the floor and they're okay. I cannot do it on the floor. That's just not my thing. The most uncomfortable place where I will conduct a reading, and it's almost always for myself, is my bed. Especially if I'm using a large layout. Like let's say if I'm doing a grand tableau with a Lenormand deck, I will use my bed. Although, now that I have this beautiful table that you saw in my walkthrough video of the White Sage Tarot deck, the Sage Wisdom Tarot, excuse me, I might actually use that table when I'm doing grand tableaus for myself. We'll see what happens. So that's the possibility for October 2023. November and December of 2023, I will definitely be back at Notions and Potions. And great goddess willing, December 2023, I will be back for the Moon, Serpent, and Bone 5th annual Yule Market, which I'm very much looking forward to as well. And the other thing about November is back at Notions and Potions, and then October, great goddess willing, I will be back at the Pandorica restaurant, also in beautiful Beacon, New York, for the seance dinner for conducting mediumship readings. I'm very much looking forward to that, especially because it is on the night of both a full moon and lunar eclipse in Taurus. I mean, I've been chomping at the bit about that well, since I acquired my copy of Llewellyn's 2023 Daily Planetary Guide. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. So excited about that. And I will be available for private readings before the official start of that event as well, but details to follow. And then, of course, January 2024, 2 things I can think of off the top of my head: my birthday, and the birthday of Michelle, or as I lovingly refer to her, the Michelle Swan Graham, whose YouTube channel is Swan of Dreamers, all one word. And then, of course, the last Sunday of January 2024, I will have the honor and pleasure of celebrating Michelle's birthday, as well as mine, with her. We have been doing this for the last several years, with the exception of 2021. We didn't do it that year for obvious reasons. But we have been celebrating our respective birthdays on the last Sunday of January. And we always begin at one of my favorite museums, which is the Metropolitan Museum of Art, more commonly known as the Met. I prefer calling it by its full name. That's just me. And there you have it. That's like a brief overview of what's coming up next for yours truly, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch. For now, I wish all of you a beautiful night, a wonderful week. I thank you in advance for all the likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions to my YouTube channel. And of course, thank you to those of you who have already scheduled your sessions. You honor me greatly, and I am most thankful. Good evening, good night, and stay tuned for the next video.